Hi there, friends. I'm Vasco. I'm part of the team behind the first global Scrum Master Summit. If you're a Scrum Master, the Scrum Master Summit is a place to learn, to share, and to meet new friends. We will have lots of live sessions where you can meet and network with other Scrum Masters from all over the globe. So make sure you check it at bit.ly/SM Summit and the numeral 21. That's bit.ly/SMSUMMIT21. We have 7 amazing keynotes or more, as we are still organizing the conference as I record this, and 8 tracks that feature people like you and thought leaders sharing their insights and knowledge to help you become an awesome Scrum Master. So once again, check it out at bit.ly/SM Summit 21. That's all lowercase, all one word, SM Summit and the numeral 21. I'll see you on the virtual conference floor. All right, now on to the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our TGIF, the Friday and Product Owner episode here on the podcast. And this week we have with us Nagesh Sharma. Hi, Nagesh. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me back again, Vasco, and thank God it's Friday.
Absolutely, TGIF, as they say. So, Nagesh, let's dive into the product owner role. And let's start with what might have been in your career possibly the worst product owner anti-pattern you've had to interact and work with.
The worst product owner pattern. I I think I can share worst product owner patterns. So one of the biggest barriers of agile adoption, in my belief, is lack of product owner skills. And one of the bad patterns which I have seen in my Scrum journey is a product owner who is a powerless product owner, which means that the product owner now merely becomes a postman.
You mean like a broken telephone product owner, right?
Like broken telephone product owner, or it's like and imagine a situation that the Scrum team says that, hey, product owner, this particular feature we cannot really implement that, and the product owner says, okay, let me go and tell to this to stakeholders. And he goes to the stakeholders and says, the Scrum team says that this is not possible to build in this sprint. The stakeholders say, no, we are wanting this, it is essential for us for the business. Comes back to the team and says, guys, I think you need to build this because the stakeholders want this to happen. And the Scrum team again says, so this is like sharing the information like a postmaster from one source to destination and again source to destination back.
It kind of becomes a ping pong game where information
Ping pong.
gets lost in the middle.
Absolutely. And the team, Scrum team, quickly loses respect for the product owner. So always think that, hey, this person, there is no point in talking to this person. Let's directly talk to the stakeholders who could probably tell us what needs to be done instead of having this person. Why does this person exist? So that
Absolutely. And as Scrum Masters, of course, our responsibility is to help product owners that may be stuck in this situation to detect when it happens and then to help them. So, Nagesh, what can you share with us about helping product owners that are perhaps stuck in this broken telephone anti pattern?
So I can share you what I did as a Scrum Master to help the product owner who was stuck in this broken telephone syndrome. And I learned this broken telephone metaphor. Thanks for sharing this, Vasco, today. So one of the things was to help the product owner establish the product vision, why this product exists. So this involved helping the product owner with few of the techniques and tips to come up with the product vision. I'm a big fan of elevator pitch template, and we used elevator pitch template in order to come up with the product vision. We had a few ideas in front of us. We also wanted to experiment with the product box, and then there was one easy way, boilerplate warning. But as the name suggests, boilerplate warning, we never wanted to choose that because it doesn't inspire action in people. So we chose elevator pitch template in order to define who this product is for, what is our unique selling proposition, what are the key benefits for our user, and how does it distinguish us in the marketplace, And when we created that product vision, then making sure that the stakeholders understands the product vision, the Scrum team understands the product vision, and based on the product vision, we started crafting sprint goals. Now, that was our first success story, because once we had that solid product vision created, it gave us an overarching reason or a bigger picture for both Scrum teams and the stakeholders to say that, okay, this is what we want to go, this is our promised land. So now, based on that, what all things we need to do, so the why gets clear, so then we can think about what and how. So I would always go back and say that let us start with the product vision, and that has been the greatest help for my product owner to unstuck from the broken telephone syndrome, Vasco.
Yeah, absolutely. And great ideas and very practical ideas that we can take and help our product owners start to feel ownership of the product that they own. I mean, it's in the name, right? But sometimes it's so easy to forget. So, Nagesh, now we turn our attention to the opposite, the mirror image, pardon me, of this, which might have been potentially the best product owner you've ever worked with. So, describe that product owner for us.
Wow. And I definitely have worked with such a product owner who I always cherish that experience. So we were working for a product, and this product owner was entrepreneur of the product. I should call that person like a product CEO, because the reason I call that person as a product CEO is there were instances in which the product owner was directly reporting to the deputy CEO of the company, and that person was once in the sprint review saying that, hey, we don't want these features in the next sprint, we would like something else. And the product owner stood and said that, hang on, so I think these features are very much aligned with the vision of the product, and I believe that is going to help us move one step forward. So let us discuss this further. I would like to explain you why, but I think the team should keep working on what as per the product backlog, which is ordered by me. And that was the day all the Scrum team felt there is a Santa Claus. So um, the product owner who can take the decisions, that product owner has the mandate of making decisions and telling that here is the order of the product backlog, operating with a vision, making sure everybody aligns to that vision. So I'm getting really excited as I'm going back into my memory of thinking about the product owner who I worked with.
Yeah, absolutely. And this aligning to the vision, which you also talked about in the previous example, is such a great and powerful method. So for those of you who don't know how to help create a vision, so there's the elevator pitch template, which of course Nagesh already mentioned and kind of overall described, and I'll put the link in the show notes to an example of that. And there's also the create a compelling vision workshop facilitators guide that we've created for Scrum Masters that want to help product owners do that work, that create the vision, that they can align everybody to stakeholders and team, and kind of keep the line, keep the direction of the product, even when talking to the CEO, just like the example that Nagesh shared with us. So, Nagesh, it's been a pleasure to have you here on the show. Unfortunately, we're getting close to the end, but before we do, where can people find out more about you and the work that you're doing?
Thank you so much. I wish we had more time, but I know that an event ends when the time box expires. So the easiest way to find out me is you can Google search me Nagesh Sharma, or LinkedIn Nagesh Sharma. You can also go to the Scrum.org website and type Nagesh Sharma. You can also find me in flowsphereacademy.in, or just tweet me at the handle at the rate JUST number 4 NAGESH, just for Nagesh. Those are a few of the ways which you can reach me. And I'm really happy and glad that I've got this chance to share my experience and learnings with awesome Vasco.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Nagesh. And absolutely, we'll put the link to all of those on the show notes to make sure that you guys can get in touch with Nagesh, link with him on LinkedIn, and why not give him feedback, ask him questions, because sometimes the toughest problems can be solved by just listening to somebody's experience, like we do here on the podcast. So thank you very much, Nagesh, for your generosity with your time and your knowledge.
Thank you so much.
One more week of the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast is over, but there's a lot more we have to share. We have developed our own membership site where you find a community of active and engaged Scrum Masters. In this site, you get access to exclusive content and get to interact with us, your podcast hosts, as well as the best Scrum Masters in the world. Join us at scrummastertoolbox.com/podcast and keep this podcast free of advertising. See you next week for one more week full of Scrum Master tips and tricks. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.